Hello and welcome. Today we are going to show you how to board a new merchant application. First, we start under the Applications tab available in the side menu. This brings us to the Application Control Center. In the top right, you'll select the New Application button. Next, you will select the pricing campaign that you'd like to use. For more information on pricing campaigns, you can watch our previous video explaining what pricing campaigns are. We'll go ahead and select Cash Discount 4%. Based on your selection, the next dropdown will automatically populate with either acquiring or ACH. The third dropdown option allows you to copy over information from an existing approved application, which is especially useful when setting up a multi-location deal. Let's begin by creating the boarding application. The first section we will complete is the equipment setup. Here you will tell us what equipment is being deployed, who's deploying it, and where it's being deployed to. We also provide fields to specify certain information such as batch time, receipt formatting, and whether or not to enable tips or surcharges. For the purpose of this demo, we're going to set up a PAX A920 provided by our deployment center. And since we selected the cash discount campaign, we will select daily discount and we'll go ahead and choose next day funding. I will also leave the VAR as yes so we can access it anytime. We'll now scroll to the bottom of the page and confirm the information by checking this selection. Keep in mind you'll be able to edit these settings at any time before the merchant signs. Once you've clicked I confirm, click Submit. Here we go. We'll start with the business information. First, we'll put in the corporate name. Ownership type, choose LLC, followed by the address. When was your business founded? And then your federal tax ID. Now we can select the doing business as if there is one different than the corporate or legal name. And the street address of the DBA. Next, we can note a little information about the business location. So the number of locations, we will select one. Building type, shopping center, building ownership, whether they own it or rent it, how it's commercialized in the area zoned, and the square footage of the building. Next, we'll put the corporate contact information. Keep in mind, you only have to fill out the boxes with the red mark here. The rest you can go back and fill out later. Then we'll click Next. And as you see here, if you make any mistakes, it'll prompt an error message for you to fill it and it'll highlight it in red. So now it is opened up to the principal information. Most are applications that are low risk, require a driver's license or a voided check, so we'll begin by filling out this information. Keep in mind when you put in Social Security, it will prompt it with X's for, for security. Next, we will fill out the address of the principal. Here we'll put how much the principal owns. In this case, we'll put 100%. If you do have owners that are under 51% and you do put in a lower percentage, it will prompt for another guarantor to be on the account to sign. Here we will hit next and go to the next section. Next, we will learn about the processing information of this account. For the bank account, we will need the bank account that funds will be deposited into and that funds will be debited from for monthly billing or daily billing. Now we'll learn a little information about how your merchant will be accepting payments. Does this business currently accept debit cards? Monthly volume, average transaction amount, and maximum transaction amount. Which payments would you like to accept? In the case of this demo, we will select Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and American Express Blue. If you do EBT, you will need your EBT number in order to move forward. For the sales method and how the merchant will be accepting, we have a toggle bar that you can toggle back and forth, whether it's in person, internet commerce, or mail or phone. Here we will describe the refund policy. And here we will describe the equipment that's going to be used. Next, we will continue on to the next section. Here is where we can upload documents. We can upload screen shares or any pictures based on what the risk level is. In this case, based on a demo, it came up with a risk level 1, which is asking for a voided check or a driver's license. You can easily slide your documents here, or you can click here, go into your files, and put them in accordingly. So for this one, we're going to do the driver's license, which will prompt a box to add the driver's license. And then we need the voided check, which we can also select right here. Now that we've completed everything, we can continue. If you do not have your voided check or driver's license or any of the information pertaining to this section, you can always upload it at another time. Now we are in the fee section. Because we clicked the campaign of cash discount 4%, some of the fees were already prompted for us. Right here is where you would see that at the very bottom, the qualified rate for the 3.99%. Here you can adjust monthly fees, chargeback fees, application fee, annual fee for is required, a monthly PCI fee, monthly minimum fee. If you were doing Interchange Plus, you could change your interchange or the transaction fee or authorization fee. Next, we're going to click Save, and now we'll complete our application. Here you will see now our application has been completed. The next steps would be for the merchant to sign it. So We've made it very easy where you can just click request signing based on the email that you provided. Because this is a demo, it is not going to let us sign it. But once we hit submit, it will send it to the merchant will sign, and then we will enable auto underwriting. So when the application is signed, it will go straight to underwriting. Now you will see up here, you have a new application in there. If there's anything pending, it will show up here. If there's anything in underwriting, or once it's been signed, it'll show up as a one in underwriting. If you have a merchant who would like to fill out the information we just filled out for you, we can easily send them a link. So we go back to that first page, we put in the DBA or the corporate information, and all we would have to do is click send a link. We would select the owner, and all we would have to do is either send this application to the owner or copy this URL and email it to them, and they can fill out the application on their own, and they can also sign it there as well. Once it is signed, it will automatically go into underwriting and the process will begin. Thank you for joining this demo, and please stay tuned for more demos.